I seriously believe and think that being introvert in today's world is like a tremendously huge advantage. First reason is because I personally is an introvert. Now, before we go into like why I feel that introvert is going to win in today's world and all those sort of things, right? Now, I want to clear up one of the biggest misconception ever about the definition by a lot of people where the personality types are concerned. Now, if you have done any form of personality assessment before, you probably would have actually come across the fact that there are two extremes of personality where introverts and extroverts are concerned. Now, on the layman's perspective, a lot of people will always feel that extroverts are the one that like to be around people, they are the one that engages people, they are the one that is outspoken and all those sort of things. And introverts are the nerdy, geeky ones that actually stay at home, geeking out on their laptop and messaging their friends and watching videos at home all alone by themselves. Now, while that might actually be true in terms of behaviors to a certain extent, now here is like the biggest misconception ever, that certain things are done best by extroverts. For example, like people feel that extroverts are able to communicate better with others, while an introvert is better like doing all the things alone by themselves. Now, here is what I feel is that there is like a huge difference between like the way that these are being analyzed and being interpreted versus the real truth out there. Now, a lot of people don't believe that me, Ulysses, as you're watching this right now, is the very same Ulysses who is an introvert at the same time being able to like conduct live trainings and seminars and my masterminds and all those live events and all those sort of things. Now, there is a very fine line difference between what a person likes to do versus what he chooses to do. Right? Huge difference. I mean, personally, I prefer to really geek out and be really nerdy on my laptop, but it doesn't mean in any way that being an introvert, you're not able to very specifically carry out the tasks or things or activities on a very extroverted level. And in many senses, I always feel that I'm just like the introvert doing the job of an extrovert in many parts of my business. And the one reason why I say that being an introvert is a huge advantage in today's world is that personally speaking, I feel that when I look at certain tasks in terms of communication, in terms of like face-to-face meeting or my live training, it is very objective driven, and every specific things that I actually do, say and plan out and schedule in advance has a reason, has a specific like objective for me doing that. And with that in case, it leaves out any like personal preference, right? I don't go out to a live training because I like to speak to people or I enjoy the company of people around me, but because I'm in the live training, because my students, my participants pay me for me to deliver a specific result for them. Are you guys able to see this? So I think being objective driven is a huge thing that all introverts enjoy, and that is like a huge advantage that everyone, especially if you're an introvert, in that definition, alright, but not by the common popularity layman's definition, right? If you're an introvert right now in today's world, it's a huge advantage, and know that and make use and leverage on that fully.